Hi guys, Thomas Mono here, Product Manager with you with me. We're going to go through now another tutorial on LinkedIn, and this time we're going to be focused on how to expand our network. So in this tutorial we're going to be specifically focusing on how to connect with people, but then also who to actually be connecting with. So here I am on my homepage, and what we want to start off by doing is simply clicking on my network, because that's going to take us to our connections page. So recently LinkedIn has gone through sort of a bit of a new upgrade, and I actually think it's actually decreased its functionality, which is a little bit annoying, but I guess we're left with what we've got. What you'll notice here, first and foremost, when it says people you may know, what that actually is referring to is people that you might actually know, the connections that you already have. And we'll get into them in a second. So basically, LinkedIn goes through a specific algorithm and goes, hey, you actually might know Michael Evans because you also know 27 mutual connections with this guy. And then you go down again, this next bloke, Damien Wolf, you've actually got 47 mutual connections to this guy at the moment. So it's, LinkedIn's algorithm is essentially recommending that I connect with this guy because we know a lot of the same people. But that's not where you're likely to start, particularly if you're just starting out and you have 0 connections. You actually want to be specifically targeting people to connect with. So this is how I would suggest you go about doing that. In this example, I'm going to say that I am a IT project manager and I'm located in Brisbane. Of course, I'm actually neither one of those things, but just for this example, that's going to be who I am. So what we want to actually specifically do is now start searching for people that fit that specific parameter. Okay, so for you now, you might actually be getting into recruitment and you're moving to Adelaide, or you might be getting into sales and you're moving to Sydney. Whatever career pathway, guys, you've chosen, and whatever geographic location you are going to be transitioning to, substitute that into, I guess, the fictitious scenario I've got here, and that's essentially how you should go about building out your network. Okay, so what we want to start off with is looking for people with the title IT. Oh, can't slack off. IT Project Manager, and I'm just simply going to hit enter here. Now I've intentionally actually kept the search parameter quite broad because what I want to actually now start using is the filter. Okay, so up the top here, you'll notice that I actually come up with people, jobs, posts, companies, groups, and schools. We're actually looking for people specifically, so let's click on that now, because that's going to actually instantly act as a filter and start reducing the pool of people I could potentially connect with down to only 470,000 people. But guys, we want to add 100 people. This is going to be my suggestion to you. Add 100 people in the specific career pathway that you're going to be pursuing in the same geographic location that you're going to be moving in to once you leave defence. So what we want to now do is start reducing this. Now again, in this scenario, we live in Brisbane, Australia. So that's going to be our first filter that we're going to use. Now that's reduced the possible people I can connect with to 2,309 results. But I also actually am ex-army. So what we want to do, and guys, again, this is intentional, is that what we've essentially got here now is 2,309 IT project managers that exist in Brisbane. So what we want to do is also actually probably connect with somebody who is ex-military, because ultimately they make great pseudo mentors, if you will, and will really understand where you're coming from and how to assist you in transitioning into a new environment. So I suggest that this is a great place to start. So let's add as a filter people with the past company of Australian Army. Oh, if I spell my own country name. Australian Army. I'm going to select that. We're actually going to add all 3 services here because we don't like to discriminate. With you, with me. We are a tri-service organisation. Ooh, actually, my apologies. Royal. Australian, okay, we've got Australian Navy. And then let's add Royal Australian Air Force. Fantastic. Cool. There we go. So we've got the 3 services here. Now that's actually reduced our pool of potential people to only 52. So obviously that is not going to reach our magic 100 mark. So after this, we might actually want to broaden this out. But this is definitely a great starting point. So what we want to do from now is simply start connecting. Oh, sorry. We want to first actually review this person's profile and just make sure that they're going to be somebody that we actually generally pretty interested in and actually want to connect with. And again, obviously you're going to be somebody that can add value to what you're trying to achieve here. So looking back, okay, when did this guy, I wonder, serve in the military? I wonder why he came up with this result. Oh, here we go. So quite some time ago, this guy actually spent 10 years in the Royal Australian Air Force. Now we go and look at the rest of his career since then, and you can actually see that he's held a lot of really interesting roles and would be a really great person to add to anyone's network. So I'm actually going to add Dwayne to my network, and also adds as a good example of what happened. So now you got a tick. Yep, your invitation was sent to Dwayne. So fantastic, happy days. And it's also returned us to this particular home screen. We don't want that. We actually want to go back now. And don't worry, that invitation you'll see is actually still pending. And then what we want to do is go back again, and now we're back to our filtered search. So we've gone in and just make sure actually that that's been sent, just in case. And that's now been sent off. Fantastic. So again, and basically, I know this might seem a bit tedious, but you systematically, essentially, you just want to go through and just connect these people. Go into their profile and then connect with them. I'm just going to do some cheeky quick connections here whilst I'm at it, because these are actually going to be great people for me to connect with as well. So, and you'll just literally keep going through until you've sent all 52 of these potential connections requests. And then once you've done that, all I'd simply do, get rid of these filters and just broaden it out. And this way it just allows us now to actually achieve that magic 100 mark, which is, guys, only a starting point to start building building out our network, all right? So we've now started sending out connection requests, and now people have actually started replying to those requests and have actually been connecting with us. So now we go into our actual connection list here, and I've had this basically sorted by relevance of who was most recently added. Okay, now that we've actually added and started adding people to our connection group, we actually now have this function to start personally messaging people. You can also get this function if you actually want to turn your account into a premium account, and you can do that by going here. So I've gone to my profile, and then you just simply would click on premium subscription, and then you can actually pay to just message anyone regardless of whether they are a connection with you or not. I haven't gone for that, but you might want to because you're looking for work and actually looking to build your connection group. Now that I've actually connected with people, I get the opportunity to start personally messaging people. And guys, this is a great opportunity now to build out a generic introduction that introduces you now to the mentor, and actually also gives a brief explanation on why you actually chose to connect with them and what you might actually want to achieve because of your connection. Apologies for my bad spelling, guys. You get the idea. So again, build out a template, and then when people actually connect with you, send all that first 100 that you've got, send them all a personal message introducing yourself and basically articulating why it is you connected with them, and that you would like to actually connect with them to build out your professional network because you are moving into that specific career pathway, into that geographic location, and you hope that they might be able to help you out with that. So guys, there you have it. Pretty simple, I think, in how to build out your network, but just some cheeky little tips in there as well. So your aim now should be to, once you've registered your LinkedIn account and you've set yourself up really well, again, I've got a tutorial on how to do that. Start simply by identifying your career pathway, identifying that geographic location you're moving to, and connect with 100 new people with those search parameters. Once you've done that and 100 people have replied to your requests, send those first 100 a personalized message by using this message function to basically get them into your professional network. Alright, well guys, as always, I hope you got something out of this tutorial, and we wish you all your success as you transition from defense. Thanks very much.